Hey Gems, Jillian here from Gem Naturals, and today we're doing things a little bit different. I'm going to tell you guys the story about one of the most embarrassing moments I've ever had in my life. Stay tuned. Jillian here from Gem Naturals. Wow. Oh my God. So I know this is a little bit different today, but you guys know that my goofy behind probably has a bunch of embarrassing stories. I could go for days. So if you guys want to hear some more, hit that like button and let me know that you like this video. We'll have some more coming if I make it through this video first. I was taking a train going to Chicago, and I was going to Chicago for an audition, and this is about a 5 or 6 hour train ride, right? So I'm rehearsing my lines. All of a sudden, nature calls. And not the nature that you think of. I'm talking about the thing that Eve cursed us all with. Like, it just, all of a sudden I was like, oh no. I know that's TMI, but it happens, okay? Deal with it. You know, because it always happens, just like on That's So Raven, where she gets a vision and you're like, oh God. It was just like that. And I'm like, oh no. So anybody who knows me knows that I have a thing about public restrooms. Not necessarily because they're public. I mean, that's part of it, because they're disgusting. They're disgusting. But I have this other fear. Another underlying fear every time I use a public restroom. So at this point, I know that I can't just not go to the bathroom. I have to go. I have to go. It has to be done. So now I'm sitting here, I have to pep talk myself to get up and use the bathroom. I don't want to do this, but I have to do it. I gotta do what I gotta do, right? I can't just, I have to. So I get up, walk down the aisle way, you know, and I make it to the restroom, okay? Get in the restroom, I lock the door. You know, some time goes by, and all of a sudden I hear someone from the restroom across from mine walk into that one and say, go in there. And I'm thinking, nope, I'm in here, so, you know, that's not gonna work out. But the door was locked, so I'm just like, I'm good, right? The door was not locked. The door was not locked. Let me just set this up on how bad this actually was. Now, this is a public toilet, right? I'm not sitting on the toilet. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about with this, where you don't sit on the toilet, you kind of do like the weird squatting thing. So I'm not sitting down, which probably would have been a little bit better if I were sitting down, because I wouldn't have been as exposed as I was, but I was exposed, okay? So it was only like a split second. The door flung open, I flung it back, and I realized it was a little kid at the door. I might have changed their life. I'm not even sure if I might have smashed the little kid's finger in the door. I may have, I don't really care. I'm sorry, you just exposed me to the whole train, right? So at this point, I'm sitting in there. And I made sure it was locked this time, because I thought I had locked it, but apparently I didn't lock it. And I'm thinking to myself, okay. The worst thing that could have happened just happened. Yeah, but did you die? It was all good, kind of. Until I realized that I had to eventually come out of the bathroom. Then the anxiety kicked in, but at this point I was just like, well, it happened. I didn't die. They may or may not still have their finger. It's not in the bathroom on the floor, so I think they're okay. Didn't hear any screaming, nothing like that. I think the child was probably just as stunned as I was. But everything was okay, right? So I opened the door. Obviously, you know, I finished doing what I needed to do. And then I opened the door and I step out of the bathroom. And in my mind, I know that at least the first 3 rows saw what happened, because they're right next to the bathroom. So I'm just walking past everybody, trying not to make eye contact because this is already awkward. Let's not make this even more awkward than it really is. Something in my mind just told me that someone was gonna say something along the lines of, well, that's some nice panties you got on there, or something. I was waiting on it. It didn't happen, thank God, because I probably would have just, I don't know what I would have done. I probably would have had to get off the train and walk to Chicago. But I made it back to my seat, and everything was okay. But needless to say, I was humiliated. I think it was just one of those things where when you face your fears, they're not really that scary anymore. No, I don't want to walk around being like, oh, I'm not gonna lock that door, come on in. Hell no, I'm not gonna do that. The door's always gonna be locked. But just the fact that it was always a phobia, it was always a fear of mine, and then it happened and I was just like, oh, that happened, okay, all right. All right, guys, so I know that I'm not the only one that's got an embarrassing story. I know I'm not by myself. I know y'all got them too, and I want to hear them. So go ahead and leave them down in the comments below. Are y'all scared? Y'all scared? Y'all too cute to leave them down there? I just told you my story. I got exposed, like exposed. Like, bruh. Go ahead, tell me all about it. Maybe we can go to therapy together. All right, ladies, so that is my embarrassing story. That's the first installment of probably thousands that I could sit and tell you about it. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you were entertained by this because somebody's gotta laugh at my pain. So thank you guys for watching. Bye.